Oh, hey you. Guess what? This is pile 3. This is pile 3. Welcome. You've selected pile 3 from the 999 Leadership Mode Numerological Holiday Portal Event Time Reading. And I'm going to show you pile number 3. So if you're okay with that, by all means, continue reading. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go down to the description and find the link that says pile selection. It's a whole different video. It's a very long process that I thought was only going to take 3 hours, but now it's over 12 hours with 11 different videos. So anyway, go check out the pile selection, and this is reading number 3. So maybe I'll see you later. Oh no. Alright. What do we got here? Okay. Looking good, actually. Well, something happened. Something painful. Something wrong. And yet, you're filling your own cup with the misery of your own tears, transforming your experience of pain into your opportunity to get out of your horrible situation. You're getting through the obstacles and hateful people you have to, and salvaging what you can from a situation before you can make your move. And this leads you to your ultimate prosperity. And you feel all resonating with the universe, because you finally get to walk your path of destiny, and the world is now your stage. You pulled through and made it out of a very difficult, trying situation. And yeah, there's still people who you gotta beat off with sticks and pull the swords out of your back, but, because you're in so much pain and misery. But something is emotionally satisfying for you at this moment in time, and that is a new opportunity that is emotionally fulfilling for your situation and your experience. A thief card gets a bad reputation, right? I mean, someone could have stole something from you, but it looks like they had a good reason for it. Not because to diss you, but because they needed something so they could eat. If not, well, I mean, that thief could be you. Well, what if I told you, if this thief is stealing something so they can sell it because they need to eat, to be the provider for a family that is in despair? Maybe they went through a situation where they had to fend off other people and fight for food. Maybe they got injured in the process of searching and securing with what they need to live for one more day, to get themselves out of the state of misery and poverty and despair. Thievery is an action, although I'm not telling you to go out and steal something. I'm saying sometimes it's necessary in desperate times to actually take instead of give. To take what you need in order to survive. And this character did that. Maybe it wasn't easy. Maybe they were caught. Maybe they were injured. Maybe they lost some of their friends or family in this process of survival, but they provided what they needed to get out of a horrible, threatening situation, to reach a state of comfort and prosperity. And this is divinely guided by goodness and the universe. So if you're wondering if you're going to burn in hell for stealing bread for your family, no. The spiritual forces of goodness is on your side. They've got your back. Or, at the very least, if no one is actually there, your decision was justified. You had a good reason for doing what you did, to remove yourself from your situation. Now sometimes, we need to harvest what we can out of a situation, be that physically removing ourselves from a toxic and abusive situation, or be that emotionally distancing ourselves from manipulators and haters. This card represents making an escape, an escape, and doing so with trickery and cunning, even if that involves deceit. So, if this isn't someone actually stealing from you, you're the one who has to become the thief in this situation. And in this survival scenario, there's something you need to leave behind, because you can only carry 5 of these 7 swords. This is like the energy of finally moving away from your abusive family in the dead of night, with the light on your head because they turned the power off to your room, and now morning has risen, and your toxic family members are about to wake up, and you have one last opportunity to take with you the last little remnants of your life that you were trying to build for yourself before you have to survive on your own. And there's something you need to sacrifice in order to make your escape. You learn that you need to be light on your feet because you're not going to get too far with a big weight upon your back. You need to be free enough to move. So here's your scenario. This is the result of you with a bag of 10 swords. You didn't get too far. No, you got dead. Here you are with the 7 of swords, but in this card you can only carry 5 of them, which is half of what you intended to carry. And these swords are sharp, so while this whole moving adventure, 3 of these swords ended up puncturing you. But at least they're still with you, right? You can pull them out later. What you leave behind is the 2 of swords, which represents the decision card. This is you making a decision of what to grab and what to leave. The time is running out, and indecision will lead to stagnation, which means you don't avoid the rabble of monsters ready to beat you with their wands. So you learn, through this situation, that it is better to be quick on your feet and move lightly, and quietly, than end up dead and backstabbed. Yes, your heart has been punctured multiple times, severely, but guess what? Your pain can be harvested too. You can transmute your painful experiences into an emotional opportunity to grow your situation away from the 5 of Pentacles and into the 9 of Pentacles. Your abundance thrives off the pain of your tears, and it is through this pain and tragedy that whatever you do in life, you will do it better. You will do it better. Now, because of this devastating experience, you got yourself out of that situation. You learned your lesson. You had your adventure. Sure, you had to leave something behind, but this torment just propelled you into your abundant future. Into your abundant future. You made your moves, and you took all that energy of the pain and transformed and transmuted it into a way where you provided for yourself and for the ones you cared for, or will care for, and now you removed yourself from poverty and are now living comfortably, or you will be living comfortably. You are feeling one with the universe, and the world is now your stage. Maybe something terrible happened, but you're smiling about it, because you know everything's going to work out in the end. You are now ready to bring this vicious cycle to an end, and you are now ready to perform. And what will further bring you wealth is that if you take all your misery and heartache and turn it into a teaching experience. This here is the teaching card. You have an opportunity here. You got an opportunity here to educate others about whatever you have mastered, or whatever knowledge you gained through your previous adventures. And this teaching you do on Skillshare leads to passive income, which means that makes you free to perform whenever you desire to. So, absolutely fantastic news for you. Absolutely wonderful, really. Good job. This is a quick turnaround. Most people stay miserable for years. You somehow got through the situation quite quickly. Now, maybe you're here. Maybe you're dealing with the heartache and the betrayal of all these haters down here that you don't really want to fight, but you had to. You went through your emotions, you embraced your tears of depression, and transformed this pain into the opportunity. And so you have found a way out of your situation quite cleverly, with tactic, with cunning, with adaptability, to turn your fate around and spin that wheel of fortune in your favor. Get out of that 5 of Pentacles, step towards the 9. The 9 of leadership. The 9 of abundance. The 9 of leadership. And this is your near future. These top cards represent your near future. You got spiritual satisfaction over here. You got the world of opportunities and adventures right in the center. And you got wealth and prosperity on the side. Maybe all of this would not have happened so fast for you if you didn't experience this betrayal right now. Now you can identify these haters and move around them so you don't ever get the opportunity. So they don't ever get the opportunity. So they don't ever get the opportunity to stab you in the back again. Now, these haters could have been someone you trusted because you are affected by this. Someone you wanted to rely on. Someone you thought that had your back, and they did have your back, just not in the way you wanted them to. And there's this lingering pain from the loss of a potential friend or a family member that was supposed to be loving, but turned out to be manipulative and toxic. Maybe your heartache is for what you left behind. Maybe it was a pet. Maybe you couldn't provide for the pet, so you couldn't take the pet with you. We also got the tears with the fish, and the food with the abusive family that they're used to. Now wait. We also got the tears with the fish here, like crying over a pet that you had to leave behind. Hey, it's better that they get shelter and food with the abusive family that they're used to. I mean, they treated the pet better than you anyway, so it's not too terrible for them, like it was for you. It's better to have to leave your pet with them than to live in a car with your pet, or living in one of those room boxes where a pet would not be allowed to explore the rest of the house because of other toxic people. You are being responsible by not clinging onto a pet that you can't provide for. So, as difficult as it is to leave that pet behind, it's better than having that pet starve right in front of you in a small space, and you can't even remember to feed it because you're too busy trying to work on trying to desperately gain an income. Sacrifices are sacrifices. Whatever your loss, it provides a memory, so you can do better for yourself and for others in the future. And look here. Here you are with a new animal. And here you are with multiple animals. You got yourself out of that situation, and you should feel proud of yourself for that. The humans were more mean to you than to your animal. You had to save yourself, and you did that. And now, because of never being able to provide for a pet, now when you are able to, you will be that human who goes well out of their way for your new pets. You'll make cat towers and fancy shelves that they can climb on, because you know, cats need to climb on things. And you'll record these memories and put them on YouTube to share them with the world, so that others can be inspired by your cat videos, and I can watch that too. And you'll have emotional fulfillment by watching your own content. And your audience will also have emotional fulfillment by watching your content, until the day comes that they can get their own pet too. And who knows? And you know, who knows? Maybe that old pet of yours died, and then decided to reincarnate as one of your new pets. Or not. You can always see them again later when you die, if they want that. But regardless, now you will be extra attentive to your own pets and provide them with the best possible lifestyle for them that you were never able to before. So, you freed yourself, you took care of yourself, and that is a lesson we must all master before we can provide for others. We come first. It's survival mode until you learn how to enter creative mode. You gotta grind, optimize, automate, and then you can thrive. This is the process. This is the story of starting a new game from poverty and working your way to riches. Here's the quest where you previously died. And here's this quest that was difficult to go through, but because of your previous experiences, you learned how to navigate through the danger with cunning and trickery. And you succeeded. So despite your pain, there's something that emotionally fulfills you. And that's your future. And whatever situation this is for you, it just skyrocketed you into your path of abundance and enlightenment. So congratulations. Yay. Yay. Now get on stage, because the show must go on. Now get on stage. Now get on stage, because the show must go on.